Alright, I wanted to go through some of this because the photo on here isn't really great, so I wanted to kind of make sure you knew what all the numbers said. This does say 2x plus 5y equals negative 4, 3x minus y equals 11. This is 2x minus 3y equals 8 minus 2y. Number 15, second part is 3x plus 4y equals x plus 3y plus 14. Now here, this one's really blurry, so I'm going to kind of write this out. This says 1/3 x plus 2/3. And the bottom one says 5/7x minus 3. Nope, minus 2. Let me erase that. So minus 2. I think everything else is pretty clear. Just those three were kind of really hard to see. I just want to make sure you know how to do this. I'm going to do a couple practice questions, like especially number 16, 18, because I think you need a little more practice on those. Let me see if I can do something. I'm going to discard the editing here, so see if I can create a little note. There you go. So I have a little notepad, which is nice. I'm doing this on my tablet. I'm getting some things for my computer, so I can be able to do this on the computer at a much bigger screen for me to write on anyway than this little tablet I own. So let's see if I can make this a little bigger. Okay, give me some more room. So I'm going to do questions 16 and 18 real quick. Just make sure, again, this is solved by really whatever method. I know in the book, if you have the book, it says solved by a substitution method. I really don't care. Even the ones out here says solved by addition method. If you want to do substitution method, if it works, do it. That's the rule. So number 16, we have, I'm going to go ahead and just subtract this x over and add this y over. So that's going to give me 3x minus 1x minus 4y plus 1y equals 4, because I got rid of these two. So that's going to be 2x minus 3y equals 4. And then here I'm going to go ahead and subtract this 5y over 2x. 6y minus 5y plus 1y equals negative 4. All right, so I just went ahead and subtracted those over. Now here, I'm going to do the elimination method. I could do substitution. I prefer the elimination method. So I'm going to multiply this whole row by here by a negative 1. All right, so that's going to give me, move this over here, 2x minus 3y equals 4. And here it's going to give me negative 2x. That's an x. Negative 1y equals positive 4. All right. So what's going to happen here is when we add these together, and that cancels, and I get negative 4y equals positive 8. So if you divide by negative 4, you get 2. Well, negative 2, actually. So negative 4, we get, actually I can delete that. Let's see here. So 8. When you divide by negative 4, you get y is equal to negative 2. So I'm going to plug that in. Let's say I'm going to plug it in here into this equation. It doesn't matter which one, here, here, here. It doesn't matter which equation I plug into. I'm going to plug it in here. So 2x plus 1 times negative 2 equals negative 4. So 2x plus, well, now it's minus that, equals negative 4. Add the 2 over. 2x equals negative 2. Divide by 2. X equals negative 1. So negative 1, negative 2 would be the solution for number 16. Okay. So that one's not too bad. All right, so let's go over here. I'm going to erase this all. Honestly, I kind of like using this better than the whiteboard because I don't get all the dust and whiteboard stuff all over my hands. So it's kind of nice. The downside is I'm not there. I kind of miss being in class at this point. I like my job, so. But I get to do this at home at any point in time, so that's kind of nice too. There's some trade-offs here. All right, number 18. What I'm going to do first, now this is prime setup to do the substitution method, and I feel free if you want to go ahead and start substitution. Since this is equal to that, I'm just going to say -1/2 x plus 2 is equal to 3/4 x plus 7. All right. Now the idea here is I have fractions and I don't want to have fractions, so I'm going to go and I'm going to do the lowest common denominator here, which happens to be, the lowest common denominator happens to be 4. So if I multiply everything by 4, it's going to cancel out all the fractions. So everything's going to be multiplied by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 things multiplied by 4. Okay? So -1/2 times 4 is -2x. 2 times 4 is a +8. 3/4 times 4 just cancel out the denominators, leaves you 3x. And then 7 times 4 is 28. So all I'll have to do here is move all my x's on one side and everything else on the other. So I'm going to bring the -2x over. I get to change colors too real easily. That's kind of nice too. So I'm going to add this 2x over, and I'm going to subtract the 28 over. So we get something, -20 is equal to 5x, so divide by 5. -4 is equal to x. So now I know -4 is part of my answer. I just have to find y. So I'm going to plug that into the top equation over here. So let's do this. I don't know if that's, let's do purple. Purple's nice. All right, so we have y is equal to -1/2 times -4 plus 2. Now negative times negative is positive, so y equals 2 plus 2. Y equals 4. So there's my answer. All right, everything else, honestly, is going to be pretty easy. I'm going to just close that. Everything else should be pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It really shouldn't be much of an issue for anybody. All my bright students that I have here at GCAA. So again, 39, a little tricky. If you want to go ahead and multiply this whole row by 4 first and make that x minus y equals -4, feel free to do it. It's not a big deal to do that. Okay, so I think that's everything I really wanted to go through. So I'm going to post this on the website as well. Try to see if I can attach this to the homework as well that I posted.